The following is a presentation of WCMP Sports, local sports.
That's the 25 to the 20 to the 15. He's going to high step into the end zone. Touchdown!
Here, wide receivers split each side.
He's still going into the end zone.
East Central Minnesota, the action starts now. To bring you the call, here's Ethan Game Day Gilman.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome inside Pine City High School for tonight's actually Great River Conference matchup. I was trying to think, is it a section matchup? No, but it is a Great River Conference matchup. Yeah, Great River Conference looks a little bit different this year, but not between these two teams. These two teams are still a part of that Great River Conference, and it is great. It is a great conference to be a part of. A difficult conference to be a part of, that is for sure, in many different sports, and volleyball is one of them. You've got another terrific year where a lot of schools are vying for that top spot, and Mille is one of them. It should be a great one here this evening because the Pine City Dragons looking to get off a little bit of a slide here, trying to get on the right track and on the right side of things, and to open up the season, it's been a little bit slow, just a little bit slow, but the beautiful thing about slow starts is that you can overcome them and have a fantastic finish to the season. And for a lot of coaches, of course, you want to be playing your best volleyball come the end of the year, come middle of October, into the end of October and into November. That's when you want to be playing your best volleyball anyways, well, because that's when playoffs start. You want to be playing your best volleyball during the playoffs and then maybe even get yourself to state. We've seen that with Rush City the last two seasons. Rush City has gotten to state the last 2 years, and now they have played very good volleyball during the regular season, but they have also been playing their best volleyball at the middle of October through the end and into November. So we have seen teams here in our local listening area make plenty of deep runs. Rush City is not the only team. North Branch has been one of those teams as well. I know we've seen Ogilvie make a run. Mille has also made a few runs. We've got many teams, and that's just to name a few. I'm not even naming all of them that have. Chisago Lakes, one of the schools that we're beginning to get more coverage on, they've been to state here. So, it has been, we have plenty of local teams in our listening area who are very good and are able to get themselves to state. And for Pine City, just a little bit of a slow start, but they can overcome that. One of the things that I was impressed with the first game I got to call for them was the fact that this team looked, just from the first set to the third set, they already looked like they had improved in a big way. So for me, if Pine City can do that through 3 sets, imagine what they can do through a whole season, and imagine where they're going to be at the end of the season. You probably, maybe, have heard the interview with their head coach, Lisa Noss Tollefson, and, of course, I also had Taylor Tollefson in the studio as well for that interview. But if you didn't, you can go to our website at WCMPradio.com, go to the sports tab and click on interviews, and you can hear that interview with Coach Tollefson. And she just talked about how excited she is for this team coming to the end of the season and just watching their progression and how much better they can get and grow together as a team, not just to the end of the season, per game, per set, per point. She's just so excited about how much growth potential her team has and about how good they can be going through the weeks and to the end of the season. It is going to be a great season for volleyball once again, like we had last year and years previous. This one is going to be, I think, for a lot of our teams, a season of growth, a season of getting through some growing pains, if you will, and seeing where the team is going to end up, and then at playoffs, seeing a much different team. And again, growing each week is part of the game as well, and I think we're going to see that with most of our teams here this year. A lot of them have lost a good chunk of starters here the last 2 years. I think I'd say most, if not all of our volleyball teams are experiencing that. Pine City is no different, but one of the biggest things that you see with all of our local volleyball programs is the effort, the willingness for these teams to grow with each other, to take in the information that they're being given, whether it's the coaches or even their teammates, and just continue to improve. No matter if it's tough to hear or if they know they've got to improve it, their willingness to improve has been so phenomenal. I mean, we've seen teams who you think maybe aren't going to have the greatest of seasons. Maybe they're not going to do as well as the year before, and then they come out and surprise you, and that's what these seasons are all about. Seeing a team, like Pine City, who hasn't gotten off to the greatest of starts, they would certainly like to have a better win-loss record, but at this point, they know that they're going to be in a better situation as the year goes on, which is just fantastic to be able to say, yeah, we're not playing our best right now, but we know it's only going to get better, and that is something that all teams would like to say. So for Pine City, they're at 1-8 to start the season up to this point, 0-3 in the section, and that lone win did come in a tournament. I think that was over in Royalton, and that came over Bram. So that is their only win on the season for Pine City at this point. Yes, that was in Royalton, and they played another close match against Foley. Now, in tournaments, you only play 3 sets, so if you win the first 2 sets, it's over. So it's the best of 3 in tournaments like that. But for Pine City, they played a close match against Foley in that Royalton tournament. But they played a lot of very good teams like Staples Motley and Piers, along with the other teams that they played. And then out of that tournament, the first team they played was Rush, then Malacca. 2 very good teams, 2 very talented teams who are towards the top of their conferences. Then you've got Proctor, another good team who seems to year in and year out either be at state or make a run at state. Then you've got Bram. That was another close loss for Pine City. And then Mora. Now again, Mora, a brand new member of the Great River Conference. And Mora is another team who feels like they are going to be a much different looking team come the end of the season. I'm just so excited about all the volleyball happening here in our local listening area, especially in the Great River Conference. It's just going to be phenomenal. Taking a look at the Great River Conference, you've got Rush on top at 4-0. Then you've got Mille at 3-0 behind Rush. And then behind them, East Central at 2-1 and 10-7 overall. East Central coming out of seemingly nowhere. They finished towards the bottom, if not at the bottom of the conference the last few years. But this year, all of a sudden, they're making some noise and making a name for themselves and saying, hey, you can't count us out. And no one certainly is. As we move over to look at the Mille Lacs Raiders side of things, playing out of Section 5A East. Yes, that is split up into East and West. And you guessed it, the teams are on the East and West side of Minnesota. For Mille Lacs, they are 5-2 and 3-1 in their own section, sitting in third behind Powerhouse Swanville, as well as Powerhouse Pine River Bacchus. Right behind them is East Central. Then we followed up with Upsala, Bram, Ogilvie, Hill City, Northland, and McGregor. East Central has the most wins in the section, but also the most losses at 10-7. As we mentioned, Mille Lacs is 5-2. Now, Swanville and Pine River Bacchus, otherwise known as PRB, have always been towards the top of that section and always seem to be the last 2 standing to go to state. Mille Lacs, for a few years in a row now, Pine River Bacchus has been their bugaboo, if you will. They just can't seem to get past them. I don't know. This might be the year. If you ask me, I think this might be the year. They started off with a 5-set win over Mora, then 3-0 over Ogilvie, and 3-0 over East Central. Then they went into a tournament here this last weekend up at Crosby Ironton, where they beat Aiken and Hill City Northland 2-0. Then they would lose to Addup, Borup West, and Upsala, each 2-1. Again, both of those schools are also pretty big powerhouses in their own right. So it looks like our pregame festivities are over. The warm-ups have been concluded, and we're set for first serve here. Well, not quite. We have to get through our national anthem and then starting lineups, and then we'll be ready for first serve here at Pine City High School. Don't worry, we do have video coming your way. The huddle camera just isn't quite up and running yet. It will be here after the national anthem, and once the national anthem gets played, we'll have our starting lineups, and then we'll be back for first serve here on 106.5 FM, AM 1350.
Kettle River Pizza loves supporting all the local teams. And if your team is interested in fundraising, well, they've got you covered. Kettle River Pizza has years of experience in fundraising for local teams, organizations, and clubs, and they would like to help you too. With their experience and the fact that Kettle River Pizza is an easy sell, your fundraiser is bound to be a great success. Visit Kettle River Pizza online and click on their fundraising tab. Kettle River Pizza, a winner every time. Grab a few at your local convenience or grocery store for after the game.
Embrace Orthodontics offers a unique specialized approach to orthodontic treatment with custom braces or Invisalign. The team at Embrace loves getting to know their patients personally and takes the time to make sure all your questions are answered. Their board-certified orthodontists use only the latest in modern technology to give you the best outcome possible. They work with your insurance company and offer flexible financing options to fit your budget. Call today to set up your free exam and see how Embrace Orthodontics can transform your smile. More online at embracemn.com. That's embracemn.com.
Loading the kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Contact your local auto owner's agency, Pine Insurance Agency at pineagency.us today.
Hey there, Matt Winsand, CEO of Burnett Dairy Cooperatives. Everybody knows that there are great places to play in Northwest Wisconsin, but did you know there are great places to work too? At Burnett Dairy Cooperative, we employ our local communities within 5 counties from our Grantsburg location. We offer competitive wages, 401k, profit sharing, and great benefits, and you will have the opportunity to grow within our herd. Lots of opportunities to grow. Come be a part of our herd. Visit BurnettDairy.com, click on the Careers tab.
Ditch the shovel and wheelbarrow. A New Holland mini track loader lets you get more work done with ease. It's narrow by design, so you can easily get in and out of tight spots. Versatility is its calling card. The loader powers a wide range of attachments like augers and trenchers. Big operating capacity puts more jobs on your can-do list, making it perfect for residential construction and landscaping. Take a break from backbreaking work with a reliable mini track loader. See one today at Baraboo Implement in St. Croix Falls and Rice Lake.
Whoa! They've got what you need at the Pine City Freeway Holiday Station Store. Right now, the Pine City Holiday Station Store off 35 has got savings like Jack's Pizza, 3 for $12, Red Bull 12 ounce, buy 2, get 1 free, Johnsonville Brats and Dogs, 2 for $4, any size fountain drink up to XL, 79 cents all day. Open 24/7, 365. They've got what you need at the Freeway Holiday Station Store in Pine City.
Free college is possible at Pine Technical and Community College. Students of all ages may be eligible for a tuition and fee-free pathway to education thanks to the new North Star Promise Scholarship. If you're a resident of Minnesota and have a family-adjusted gross income of $80,000 or less, apply online today for free and join us in high-demand programs such as nursing, gunsmithing, machining, automated systems, cybersecurity, early childhood education, liberal arts, and more. Whether you're starting out or starting over, learn more at pine.edu.
Back here on WCMP, the starting lineups getting announced here as the Dragons get their lineups now. So we'll get to the relaxed starting lineups here for the Raiders. It will be sophomore number 1, Mariah Reamer. Then senior number 3, Jenna Carlson. Junior number 4, Danny Larson. Along with senior number 6, Brooklyn O'Razum. Junior number 8, Ava Rogers. Their libero, senior number 12, Paige Strecker. And senior number 19, Brianna Nikwanabe. On the other side for the Pine City Dragons, it's going to be 8th grader number 2, Allie Tollefson. Then junior number 4, Taylor Tollefson. Then junior number 11, Taylor Haney. Freshman number 21, Paige Wiener. Senior libero number 22, Morgan Mako. Senior number 25, Cadence Wallenberg. And sophomore number 31, Chloe Jerkovsky. Those are your starters for this evening's game. As we get set for first serve here in this one. On that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard, Embrace Orthodontics, custom Light Force braces or Invisalign clear liners with 3 locations, Pine City, Lindstrom, and Cambridge. Over on 95.5 FM KBEK, we've got Ogilvie taking on Long Prairie Gray Eagle, and Andy Beckstrom on the call for that one. But you might want to stay tuned to this one. I think this one's going to be good. But his might be good as well. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just saying. Dragons in their black jerseys, the green half sleeve with the extra stripe at the top of the half sleeve, the green collar. White letters and numbers outlined in the green. Raiders in their white jerseys, the shoulder black that fades or gradients into yellow. The black numbers outlined in yellow, the red numbers outlined in yellow as well. First serve is over, dug up by the Dragons, and it will be hit over by Wallenberg for the kill. Cadence Wallenberg with the kill, and that will give us our first Rush City Auto replay. And this might take a little bit, but we'll get it. We'll get it. As you can see, Ava Rogers gets the serve. It was dug up by Mako nicely. Then on that far side, Wallenberg just crushes it. As now set to serve is Macy Bablik, and her serve is over. Dug up by their libero and Strecker. The hit is not going to get over by Jenna Carlson, and that will be another point here for the Dragons. 2-0. They lead. Bablik, one of the seniors for Pine City, serves. This one is over, but it goes long, and that will give a point back to the Raiders. 2-1 is the score. Speaking of one, Mariah Reamer back to serve for the Raiders, and her serve is going to go long. So back-to-back serve errors will make it a 3-1 score. Mako out. In for her is Chloe Jerkowski. And back to serve, I believe, is the freshman 6-footer, Paige Wiener. It's up and it is over, dug up by the libero, Paige Strecker. Now looking for the kill, Brooklyn O'Razum. Push back over, dug up by Wiener. Now on the near side, you're looking for the kill. Taylor Tollefson gets it. It was initially dug up by the Raiders, but it goes into the net, and it will be point for Pine City. Taylor Tollefson, she could be on any team and provide the energy. She is just, that serve, by the way, by Wiener is over. Did hit the net, I want to mention that, and now the hit is over, and will be a kill for Jenna Carlson. Bablik set up in good position, just needed maybe to be a step in front of where she was, as that one does come up short. But, yeah, Taylor Tollefson, she is just a great bright spot and energy for any team that she would be on, whether it's volleyball, it could be softball, it could be basketball. It doesn't matter what sport it is. She's a great leader, and that is why she's one of the captains here of this Pine City team. Meanwhile, we've got a kill for the Raiders, and Mariah Reamer with the kill, and that brings the Raiders within one. It's 4-3. It was blocked at the net by the Dragons, but it was strong enough to get through the hands and out of bounds. Now, Brianna Nikwanabe back to serve. It's over and dug up by Taylor. Tollefson will get it over and pushed over by Haney. Now looking for the kill, though, is Jenna Carlson, and that is just going to get by the outstretched arms of Macy Bablik, and that will tie us up at 4 apiece on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Bablik a little bit upset with herself on that one. Maybe just out of position as Nikwanabe to serve. It is into the net, and Pine City, with the mistake, will get a point back and take the lead 5-4. Allie Tollefson, the 8th grader. Not often you'll see an 8th grader start in any sport, but Allie Tollefson coming in and starting. Her serve is over, and it's dug up by the Raiders' Ava Rogers. And now we're going to get a whistle here, I believe, on the Raiders' forehit. Is that what we got called? I did not see it cleanly. Looks like it was. So it will make it 6-4 Pine City here in set number 1. Allie Tollefson with the serve over, dug up nicely by Carlson. And now looking for the hit over is Danny Larson. Just diving after it. The Dragons get the dig, and now on the other side, Carlson looks for another kill, and that's going to get down in front of Allie Tollefson. And a point for the Raiders. Just behind that one was Tollefson, but almost got there. Now checking in for her is Sophia Jurikowski. Also checking in for the Raiders is Batiste Gabo, and serving is Brooklyn Erasm. The serve is over, dug up by the Dragons, and got a whistle on the double hit call. That's unfortunate, as that will tie it up. 6-all in set number 1. Back and forth we go. Pine City opened it up with the momentum in their favor, but then after that, it's been back and forth. Serve is over, dug up by Taylor Tollefson. A diving set. Nice job by Sophia Jurkovsky to get that one, and then Chloe Jurkovsky gets it back over the net. Taylor Tollefson, as that one is hit back over by the Raiders, dives after it, misses on the dive. And it's a point for the Raiders. They take their first lead of the night, 7-6. Looks like we're going to get a towel out there, wipe up some perspiration. And Mako will hang the towel back on the net, and we're set to go. Brooklyn Erasm with the serve. It's over, dug up by Taylor Tollefson to Jurkovsky, and the hit over, but it goes long. Taylor Haney, I think that was the correct spot for that one. Just a little too much juice on it, as now the Raiders take an 8-6 lead. Serve again from Erasm is dug up by Bablik, Mako. And now Haney looks for the kill. That's dug out by the Raiders' Reamer. On the far side, Carlson looks for the kill. Mako in the right spot at the right time. Jurkovsky and now Taylor Haney, that's Tollefson looks for the kill. Back over by the Raiders. Man, the Raiders looked like they were out of position there on that one. They managed to hit it over. And then Bablik just too far away from it. That was a good hit, though. You got to give credit there to the Raiders because, man, that was just a good play as we try and... I apologize for the screen right now, ladies and gentlemen. Nothing I can really do about that. I will try everything in my power to get that cleaned up. But meanwhile, Taylor Haney will get the hit across as that one's dug up by Strecker. And now Jenna Carlson looks for the kill. Mako does get the dig, but it's going to go straight backwards into the wall. Another point here for the Raiders, 10-6. And it looks like we will get a timeout here by Pine City. While they take a timeout, we'll take one as well.
Kettle River Pizza, the handcrafted pizza made locally in Ask Cove, Minnesota. Always the highest quality ingredients. Pizza that is consistently great tasting. A true crowd pleaser. 16 varieties to choose from. Enjoy the classics like pepperoni, pepperoni sausage and supreme, to the unique tastes of hot Hawaiian, taco, buffalo chicken, and chicken Alfredo. Pick some up at your local grocer, tavern, or convenience store. Handcrafted Kettle River Pizza. Moms and basketball players approved.
Not just basketball players, Fatty Boombalatti broadcasters too. I can say that because I eat too much. Also, our morning show host and I affectionately call ourselves Fatty Boombalatti, so I think it's fair. But Kettle River Pizza does sound mighty, mighty good, if I do say so myself right about now. They sponsor some of our other sports as well. But here in the timeout, the Dragons do trail 10-6. They led for much of this first set, but it has been about 5 straight points. Well, actually 6, because I think it was 6-4. 6 straight points for the Raiders. And out of the timeout, Tollefson with the dig. Another great play there by Jurkovsky, and the Dragons get it over. Couldn't figure out what their mascot was for a second there, apparently. And this is hidden to the net by the Raiders, and the Dragons get the score, 10-7. They will end that 6-point run. Taylor Tollefson to serve. It is up just over the net. Line drive serve is dug up by Carlson on the far side for Gabo. It gets through the block of Taylor Haney. Chloe Jurkovsky was there as well, and it gets down for the kill, 11-7. That's a tough one. That looked like a good block, but a little too strong on the hit. Now Carlson will go back to serve. Her serve is over, dug up by Mako to Sophia Jurkovsky, and Taylor Haney looks for the kill. It was blocked at the net by the Raiders. Wallenberg had a chance at it, but I don't think she expected that one to get to her so quickly. I give her a little bit of leeway there on that one. I mean, that one was blocked as it was initially dug by Haney. That one, I mean, like a pinball machine, split the other direction right towards Wallenberg, and I just don't think she was ready. To be fair, I don't think many people would have been ready for that one. If anybody, that's a tough one to grab. Carlson with the serve. It is dug up by Mako, and the Mako dig, they're going to say. Oh, man, I didn't see the call. Well, it is on Mille Lacs, so Pine City will be the beneficiary and get the point, 12-8. Checking in is Paige Weiner. Serve is over, dug up by Carlson. To Erasm, pushed over by Strecker. Tollefson back to get that one, that's Taylor, and then Weiner will hit it back across. Strecker with the dig to Erasm on the far side, looking for the kill is Maria Reamer, and she gets it. A kill by Maria Reamer. And it's 13-8. Strecker out. In is Nick Quinaby. Back to serve is Danny Larson. Serve is over, dug up by Tollefson. To Jerikovsky, that's Sophia, pushed over by Wallenberg. Good spot for that one, but caught up to by the Raiders. And now we're going to get a whistle on the Dragons. I think they maybe called Weiner on that one. I seen the 21 up, or was it 12? That had to have been 21. Or maybe that's just a signal. I'm still learning volleyball, ladies and gentlemen. Danny Larson, you'd think after this many years I'd know it all, but nope, still learning. As that one is hit across by Taylor Haney. Dug up by Carlson. And looking for the kill, Maria Reamer blocked at the net! And it does go out, but it was last touched by the Raiders. And a nice block there by the Dragons. Allie Tollefson will check in for Sophia Jerikovsky. And back to serve is going to be Taylor Haney. Strecker is back in for the Raiders as Taylor Haney readies her serve. Haney's serve is over. A diving dig there by Batiste Gabo. Nick Quinaby will push this one, and it's over the net, but out of bounds. And Pine City gets that point back. It's 14-10. Haney, you might recognize from the Lady Dragons basketball team. Very good basketball player. This serve is over again from Haney, and it is just long. Again, right spot, little too much on it. Batiste Gabo out. In for her is Ava Rogers. Ava Rogers, you might be thinking to yourself, man, seems like we've heard her name for years now. It's because you have. She has started on this Mille Lacs team since she was an 8th grader, much like Allie Tollefson. For sure, one of the leaders of this Raiders team. Now we're going to get a double hit call here on Pine City off the serve. And it's another point for the Raiders. It's 16-10. Ava Rogers to serve. It's up and over, dug up by Mako to Haney. Weiner with the hit across, Strecker with the dig to Rogers. And now Reamer looks for the kill. Blocked at the net by Weiner. Hit back across. Dug up by Haney to Mako. Now for Allie Tollefson looking for the kill. Off the net. Dug up by Ava Rogers. To Erasm at the net. Weiner with the kill. Wow, what a point that was for both sides. But Pine City will get the victory on that point. That was quite the battle there on that one. Try and take a look at our Rush City Auto replay. Look, you can see the block, then hit back across, then the dig. And then they look for yet another kill, and then it was dug up by the Raiders once again. And as they try to get it over, look at the kill from Weiner. Nice job as we get the serve here. That one is going to get off of Ava Rogers. It's going to be called an ace for the Dragons, 16-12 for Macy Babalik. Macy Babalik with the ace. She'll look for another one. This one's just over the net. And a diving dig by Carlson, and she'll get it back over the net, and Morgan Mako just out of position. A look of disgust on her face. It's almost as to say, oh, how did I do that? She knows that was all right. She's smiling now, knows, hey, we get right in this thing. So one thing about this team I've noticed is they are very hard on themselves, but they also know, hey, we've got another point to go. Let's keep moving on. Taylor Tollefson will punch this one over, and two Raiders collide. They are okay. They are okay. That's what's important. But they do collide, and that will allow the ball to get down for a point for Pine City. Mako out. In for her is Chloe Jurkowski, and back to serve is Paige Weiner. 17-13, Dragons trail by 4 here in set number 1. Weiner with the serve. It is up. It is over. Strecker with the dig. And coming in the back is Ava Rogers, and hitting it over is Carlson. Weiner with the dig. Tollefson saves it, and getting it over is Chloe Jurkowski. Nice job by the Dragons. Hustle play there. Nick Quinaby looks for the kill, and that is it out or in? They're just saying out. Nick Winabe with the light tap over. I couldn't tell from my angle, but they do say it did go out. So 17-14. Wiener will serve into the net, and that will make it 18-14. Mako will come in for Paige Wiener, and now back to serve is Strecker for the Raiders. Strecker, the Mille Lacs libero. Serve is over. Dug up by Bablik. Front of the net to Haney. Taylor Tollefson coming in to get the kill, and it did hit the net. It did not get blocked. It hit the net, so that will be 4 hits, 19-14. The libero for the Raiders wearing the black jersey, the red shoulder stripe down half of the sleeve, gradient into yellow, the red letters and numbers outlined in yellow. Serve is over from Strecker, dug up by Bablik to Haney, setting it up for Taylor Tollefson. This one dug up by Strecker to Rogers, hit over by Maria Reamer, then back across by Bablik. That was Tollefson to the back row. Bablik is there. Mako trails after it and getting it over. Oh, just as Taylor Tollefson does hit it over, and that was dug up by the Raiders. Erasmus now back across for the Dragons. Allie Tollefson will look for a kill. Through a block. Back over. Oh, my goodness, what a play there by Jenna Carlson. My goodness, she blocked it and hit it back over. What a play. That's deserving of a Rush City Auto replay when we have a moment. 20-14. Strecker, another serve over. This one dug up by Bablik, hit across by Haney. Blocked at the net by Allie Tollefson. Getting it is Jurakovsky, pushing it across as Haney once again. Dug up by Strecker to Rogers in the back row for Reamer. That's going to go long, and Pine City will get the point, 20-15. Now let's take a look at that last play. As Tollefson did hit it over, you can see Mille Lacs will get it over one more time. The Dragons looking for the kill. Got it blocked, and then that's just a great play there by the Raiders. Serve is over, dug up by the Raiders, but nobody home. That got to the front of the net. You had both Ava Rogers and Brooklyn Erasmus there, but just a little too close to the net for comfort, and they unfortunately had to let that one go. It's 20-16. Allie Tollefson is back to serve. Her serve goes into the net, and it makes it 21-16. And now back to serve for the Raiders, Brooklyn Erasmus. Checking in for Allie Tollefson is going to be Sophia Jurakovsky. With the Jurakovskys, probably just wind up using their first name. With a lot of sports is you use their last names. But when they've got sisters and brothers, it's like, oh boy, now how? And sometimes just saying both the first and last name takes a little bit too long. As a wacky play there, the serve was over, dug up by Pine City. The Raiders hit it back across, and it kind of rolled across 3 different Dragon player arms before it wound up going backwards for a point for the Raiders. 22-16. Brooklyn Erasmus to serve. Her serve is out. It hits the antenna anyways, so it doesn't matter where it went. And now checking in will be Cadence Wallenberg, one of the seniors for the Dragons. Macy Bablik out. Taylor Tollefson back to serve, one of the captains of this Dragon team. 22-17, Tollefson. Lighter serve is dug up by Strecker. Dug up by Sophia. To Haney. Wallenberg through the block. It's at the net. It somehow gets over, and Chloe will get it back across. Back over, off the block of the Dragons, and Wallenberg has a chance. She pushes it over. Dug up by Reamer. Now on the other side for Carlson. That is out. Carlson a little too much on that one, and the Dragons as a whole yelled out as they knew that one was going long. Almost on the swing they knew that one was going long. Taylor Tollefson to serve. It's up and it is over. Dug up by Strecker. To Erasmus. And that one, it's in. That's a kill for Danny Larson. That one on that far side back pocket over there. Far side back corner. It does get down for the kill, 23-18. Jenna Carlson to serve. This has been a great first set. And the serve is over. A diving dig by Mako, but it's only going to push that one well out of bounds, unfortunately. Just a little late reaction on that one. Forces that one out of bounds. Love the effort, though. But it is set point for the Raiders now, 24-18. Served by Carlson. This time a clean dig by Mako. Nice job of recovering. And Chloe Jurakovsky hits it into the net. and it will be a 25-18 set one victory for the Raiders. What a set it was for both of these teams, but the Raiders wind up coming out on top 25-18. We'll take a commercial break here, word from our fine sponsors, then be back with more volleyball in the
Your
second
journey
set
to
on
smile with your
WCN.
forever starts at Embrace Orthodontics. The team at Embrace is committed to providing world-class care and a remarkable orthodontic experience. Choose between custom Light Force braces or Invisalign clear aligners with locations in Pine City, Lindstrom, and Cambridge, and a plan to fit your budget, whether you have insurance or not. Embrace Orthodontics will make your smile journey comfortable, convenient, and customized just for you. Visit EmbraceMN.com today to find out how to set up your free exam. EmbraceMN.com. Embrace Orthodontics, a smile you will embrace forever.
Dale's Heating and Appliance, your local heating and appliance expert, is committed to making your family's comfort their top priority. And now you can add water softeners to their list of expertise. Dale's now offers water softener sales or rentals along with installation, service, and salt delivery. So if your home needs quality water, make the call to your already trusted experts at Dale's, or just visit dalesheatingandappliance.com. dalesheatingandappliance.com.
Joe and the gang at Roddy Motors have your next pre-owned vehicle. Vehicles of all makes and models, and vehicles priced to move. Roddy Motors in Mora can also get you financed on site. Or, if you've got a vehicle to sell, Roddy offers consignment too. Yep, they'll help you sell your quality pre-owned vehicle. The two-time winner of the Reader's Choice Best Dealer in Kanabec County. That's what you call a repeat champ. When you need a quality vehicle, make your way to Roddy Motors in Mora or RoddyMotors.com. RODDY Motors.com.
Some things you just have to chalk up to good genetics. It's genetics that give cattle a competitive edge, and it's Case IH equipment that helps you get the most out of your livestock operation. Case IH has a bloodline with generations of innovation, and whether you're driving a Farmall, Maxim, or Puma, Case IH tractors get the job done. Stop by your local dealer and discover the full range of Case IH tractors and hay tools.
See Baraboo Implement in Rice Lake and St. Croix Falls.
Well, we're back here on 106.5 FM, AM 1350, WCMPradio.com, live with video. We've had a few plays that were worthy of a Rush City Auto replay. It was a good first set there between both of these squads, with Mille Lacs coming out on top. Pine City kind of got out to a fast start there, and then the Raiders just kind of overcame their slow start, and it was back and forth. Although the Raiders had a little bit of a streak there of 5 straight points to take the lead, and well, they never looked back. But the thing I was impressed with by the Dragons is you never seen them think that they were out of it. It always looked that just the attitude on the benches and on the court for the Dragons was always positive. It never looked like that they felt they were out of it. It always looked like they knew they were just one play away from getting things back on their side and taking over the lead, or possibly tying it up, taking over the lead, whatever it may be. They knew that they were close, and that's so great to see for Pine City. So we begin set number 2 with the Dragons serving. It's Taylor Haney with the serve, and it's going to go just long. So the serve long for Pine City. We'll give it back to the Raiders. It's 1-0. Rogers to serve. It's up and over. Dug up by Mako. Back across by the Raiders. Hit by Wiener. It's over. Dug up by the Raiders. Nikwanabe will hit it over, and that's in that back near side pocket, as I like to call it, the corner. It's the pocket I call it, but it's a corner. And it will make it a 2-0 start for the Raiders. Rogers will ready with her serve. It's up and over. Dug up by Wallenberg. Haney. And hitting it over is Allie Tollefson. Jenna Carlson back to get it. Nikwanabe will tap it across. Wallenberg there for the dig to Haney. Allie Tollefson. Oh, good looking hit, but just into the net. I mean, if that got over, good luck on the Raiders trying to get that one because, man, that was a hit and a half by Tollefson, but unfortunately it just goes into the net. And immediately after that play, she tapped her chest and said, hey, that's on me. Don't worry about it. Let's move on. As now that is Wiener hitting it into the net. And again, they come together, talk, hey, let's move on. Just stay positive. 4-0 start for the Raiders. Rogers with the serve. It's over, dug up by Wallenberg to Haney. And that's going to get over the net. Man, it got over the net and then just snuck its way out of bounds. And it almost found that front little pocket there near the net to where it could have been in, but just out of bounds. It's a 5-0 start now for the Raiders. This one is over just in front of the diving Tollefson. An ace for Ava Rogers. It's a 6-0 start to the second set, and we'll get a timeout early here by Pine City. They just want to talk things over. Just kind of regroup and say, hey, it's okay. It's only 6 points. This is easily overcome. Let's make it happen. So 6-0 the lead for the Raiders here in set number 2. But again, the one thing that you got to love about volleyball is the fact that no matter the start a team has, it's all about how you finish. It's all about how a team finishes. Because I have seen some deficits that you would never think could be overcome. And then they have been. And it's like, how in the world did that happen? How could it even happen? But they do happen, and this is a case where, Pine City, down by only 6. You should just remember that. It's only 6 points. And I think the hardest thing when you're down by a chunk to start a set like this is, okay, let's try and get it all back at once. Well, they got to remember, you can't get it all back at once, one by one. And you have to go one by one to get it all back. And we've seen it. Pine City has done that. But again, it's easier, much easier said than done. Serve is over by Rogers, dug up by Wallenberg to Taylor Tollefson, and Allie Tollefson will hit it back over, but out. Tollefson a little bit upset with herself on that hit. I don't know, you can't fault her on that one. She's trying to make a play, and she's hitting it backwards too. Can't really tell how much to put on it, and unfortunately just a little too much. 7-0 the start for Mille. Dug up by Wallenberg off the serve to Rogers to set, and now Marimer with the hit over. It blocked, but it went through the block of Pine City. An 8-0 start for Mille. A dominant start to the second set for the Raiders. Rogers with the serve, dug up by Mako. Allie Tollefson looks to redeem herself. This one just a little too hard again. It's not that Tollefson is hitting it wrong, it's just she's getting a little too much juice on it. As Sophia Jurkovsky will check in for her. Again, not hitting it wrong per se, just getting a little too much oomph on it. Rogers with the serve, it's over, dug up by Mako to Haney, and that is nice job by Sophia Jurkovsky to get that one over. Nick Wanabe looks for the kill, and she'll get it past 2 outstretched hands of the Dragon players down. It's a 10-0 start. Tough start for Pine City, but again, the beautiful thing about these types of games, especially volleyball, is it takes one hit, it takes one block, it takes one mistake by the Raiders to really turn things in the Dragons' favor. Wallenberg will look for the kill, and it's going to be 4 hits on Pine City. Wallenberg lined it up, but it did hit the net. It did not get blocked. It hit into the net, and it is 4 hits, 11-0. Rogers. Serve is over, dug up by Mako to Haney. And Wiener looks for the kill. Oh, my goodness. Oh, man, that was close. Oh, my goodness. Talk about an eyelash right there. Wow, that was tough. I thought that was in. 12-0, Rogers serve. Diving dig by Mako. It does get over, though. And now can the Dragons capitalize? Nick Wanabe blocked. Wiener hits it back over. Striker. And Wiener, I don't think she got the hit on it she wanted. Because after she hit it, she kind of covered her face as if to say, oops. But she got it across. Great job by Paige Wiener, and that will end the streak. A 12-0 start for Mille Lacs. But now, Pine City's turn to go 12 straight themselves. Bablik with the serve. Rogers with the dig to Erasm. Reamer looks for the kill. Bablik right in the right spot for the kill. And Taylor Tollefson gets that one. Jenna Carlson got the initial dig, but the dig, a little bit of mistake on the dig as she did not get her hand placement she would have needed. And that one gets down. Point for Pine City, 12-2. Like I said, Dragons starting to go 12 straight. Reamer will look for the kill, and that is right into, just kind of an island where nobody was. It was an island surrounded by Dragon players, but no one could get there. 13-2. Back to serve is Mariah Reamer. Serve is up and over, dug up by Mako to Haney. Taylor Tollefson looking for the kill. Strecker gets a hand on it, but it's going to get down, and a kill for Taylor Tollefson. Get a substitution here as Mako out. In for her is Chloe Jerkowski. And coming in now, Veronica Lavandusky to serve. In for Paige Wiener. Lavandusky, a junior for the Dragons. Her serve is up, and it is over. Dug up by Carlson on the far side. Ikonabi looks for the kill. Dug up by Haney. Setting it up here for Chloe, and Chloe with the long hit goes out of bounds. So I mentioned that eyelash from Allie Tollefson. Let's see how close that actually was. So you can go back to the 11-0 start. And oh my goodness, just long on that Rush City Auto replay. Strecker will serve for the Raiders. Dug up by Bablik. Haney. Oh, I like the play. I like the idea by Taylor Haney, trying to just interrupt the rep, if you will, and just pushed it into the net. 15-3. Strecker will serve again for the Raiders. Taylor Tollefson with the dig to Haney on the far side for Sophia. Dug up by the Raiders. That one's at the net. Touched by both teams at the net, and it will wind up on the side of the Raiders. Now hitting it across Reamer. Dug up by Mako on the far side for Haney. Chloe will look for the kill. A diving dig by Strecker to Ava Rogers on the far side for Carlson. And she will get it down in front of the stretched out Haney. He's 16-3 difference. Oh, man, that's a tough one for Pine City, but a good hit by the Raiders. Cleaning up a little bit more perspiration on the floor before we get to this next serve, that is, from Strecker. Serve is over, dug up by Mako. Tollefson will look for the kill. She hits it over, dug up by Reamer. Carlson, and we get a whistle and a point here for Pine City. Did not see what the call was, but it is Pine City point. Back to serve is Sophia Jurakovsky. Her serve is over, dug up by Strecker. To Rogers, coming up for that one. Locked at the net, and it somehow winds up on the other side for Mille Lacs. Hit over by Larson. And now Haney will look for the kill. Strecker with the dig. On the near side for Erasm. Pushed over by Larson. And that's Chloe Jurakovsky looking for the kill. Diving dig by Strecker. Hit over by Carlson. A diving dig by Mako. Gets back over for Strecker. Rogers. Erasm. Just over. And a diving dig by Mako. All for naught on that one. And it gets down another Raider point. Rogers out. In for her is Baptiste Gabot. And back to serve is going to be Brooklyn Erasm. Kind of a younger team this year for Mille Lacs, but plenty of talent nonetheless. Serve is over, dug up by Taylor Tollefson. And Chloe Jurakovsky with a big kill there. Got through the block at the net of the Raiders. And that will be deserving of a Rush City Auto replay when we have a moment. Looks like Taylor Tollefson will be back to serve for Pine City. 17-5. They trail. Tollefson with the serve over. Dug up by Strecker to Erasm in the back for Reamer. She hits it. Tollefson with the dig. Jurakovsky gets the dig and pushes it over. And now Carlson back over to Tollefson. And Haney will look for the kill. She gets it through the block as well. 17-6. Let's look at that Rush City Auto replay on that last play for Pine City, the last point, as it's 17-6. And look at that kill. As now we get the serve here. Mille trying to get it back over. It was at the scorer's table. They somehow get it back over the net. Push back over. Mako, it's at the net. Push back over. Haney to Jarakowski. And that's Chloe now who will get it over. What a great job there by Pine City Carlson. And that is just past Taylor Tollefson for the kill for Mille. 18-6. And back to serve is going to be Jenna Carlson. Serve is over, dug up by Mako. To Sophia and Wallenberg. Off a block, dug up by Strecker. To Erasm. To Gabo. That is... no word yet. You had almost everybody on Pine City side say it was out. I think there was some confusion as to whether it was in or out. I couldn't tell. That was near the scorer's table, so I don't have the greatest vantage point from that. Now the referees will come together and talk about it. Because I think one had said it was out. The other had said, let's talk. 18-6 is the score, and it will be awarded to the Raiders. So 19-6. As Carlson will get set to serve. It is up, it is over, dug up by Mako. And now Wallenberg will look for the kill. Nice job by Cadence Wallenberg. A kill there just past Strecker. Wallenberg, beautiful spot for that hit. And that would again be worthy of another Rush City Auto replay, once we have a moment, of course. Morgan Mako will get set to serve for Pine City. Couple substitutions as Paige Wiener will check in. Mako serve is over, dug up by Strecker. At the net, blocked by the Dragons, kept alive by Carlson. Push back across, and Haney and Wiener are there for the kill. Nice job, 19-8. Mako readies her serve. Team trails by 11. It's up and over. And no, couldn't get a clean dig on that one, could Mariah Reamer, and it's an ace for Morgan Mako. Mariah Reamer just could not decide whether she wanted to go with her palms or the normal way. She just couldn't decide, and it rolled off her fingertips backwards for an ace for Morgan Mako. This serve is going to go long. So 20-9. As Danny Larson gets set to serve now for Mille. Equinabe out in is Aria Mueller. Serve is over by Larson. Dug up by Taylor Tollefson. Two Dragons go after it, but Tollefson gets it back across the net. Dug up by the Raiders, pushed over by Reamer, and now the Dragons have it. Haney pushes it across. It's just dug up by Carlson, and it's hit into the net. And the Dragons get a point back, 20-10 now. Strecker in for Reamer. Substitution here for Pine City as Allie Tollefson will check in for Sophia Jarakowski. Serve is over, dug up by the Raiders. Erasm gets it over here to Reamer, and that is a kill for Mariah Reamer. So that'll make it 21-10. And Ava Rogers is back to serve. Raiders lead 21-10. Serve is up, and it's going to go into the net. Make it 21-11. Dragons are still in this one. They need to go on a little bit of a run, but hey, we've seen runs happen before. As Cadence Wallenberg will check out, in for her is Macy Bablik. It looks like Bablik will go back to serve. And now another substitution here. Rayleigh Shagabe? I hope I'm pronouncing that somewhat right. I apologize. For the Raiders, we'll check in. But Bablik is back to serve now. It is up and over. Strecker with the dig to Rogers on the other side for Reamer. Back across Bablik, digs. Haney sets. Looking for the kill. Paige Wiener almost, but the Raiders do keep it up. And it's Strecker who gets it over. Mako with the dig. Wiener again. Great job by Paige Wiener. As apparently I'm going through puberty again. Oh, my goodness. I'm losing my voice on that one, but I think rightfully so on the Paige Wiener kill. Sometimes I get too excited for my own voice. That's all right. Serve over. And diving. Mako. Haney was going to dive. She realized Mako was diving, so she held up. I don't know if that would have mattered too much because that one was just a good spot and a good hit by the Raiders. Back to serve Mariah Reamer. It's up and over. Mako with the dig to the net. Off the net. Haney. Nice job by Haney off the net. That is so hard to get the ricochet off the net and get a dig. Haney did a good job, and then Paige Wiener backed her up. And that just too tough. I mean, there was really, I was skeptical it was going to be dug up by Haney, but she did a good job. And then Wiener tried to compliment, but that was just too tough. As now the ace there for Reamer. Mako tried to get after it and just missed it, and her and Tollefson have a laugh. There in the back row is 24-12 set point. Reamer serve over, dug up by Tollefson, and Paige Wiener looks for yet another kill, but it's dug up by the Raiders right in the middle here for Aria Mueller. And it hit was too long by Mueller, and Pine City will get a point back, 24-13. It will remain set point for the next 11 if Pine City can pull it off. Can they get 11 straight points? Why not? Why not? And I think something like that would do wonders for Pine City's confidence going forward, As a serve. No. The call was in by the flagger on the far side, on the side of Mille, and then the head ref overruled, said nope, it is long and out of bounds. So it will be a set 2 victory for the Raiders of 25-13. And the Raiders lead 2-0. We've still got potentially 3 more sets to go, ladies and gentlemen, so stay tuned. Pine City, this is a team who could certainly make some noise in sets 3, 4, and why not 5. So stay tuned. Can Pine City come back from 2-0 down and win it all? We'll have to wait and see. Back after word from our fine sponsors as you're listening to High School Volleyball.
Untangling your headphones, finding the right remote, saying goodbye to your favorite shirt that hasn't fit in 10 years. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who live in your community and answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like finding a new favorite shirt. That's simple human sense.
Contact your local auto owner's agency, Pine Insurance Agency, at pineagency.us today.
Oh, no.
Oh, man.
Don't worry, Hones can fix you up. Hones Auto Body and Glass has 43 years of experience repairing vehicles from accidents and damage due to hail. In fact, they've got a huge state-of-the-art facility in Mora, are I-CAR and ASC certified, and certified in aluminum repair and welding. Plus, Hones is recommended by many insurance companies. Hones Auto Body and Glass in Mora. Hones, they'll fix you up right.
Whoa! They've got what you need at the Pine City Freeway Holiday Station Store. Right now, the Pine City Holiday Station Store off 35 has got savings like Doritos and Lay's Mix and Match, buy one, get one half off. Jack Link's Beef Jerky variety, 2 for $10. Starbucks Pink in Paradise, buy one, get one free. Any Dr. Pepper, 3 for $5. Red Bull 12 ounce, buy 2, get one free. Open 24/7, 365. They've got what you need at the Freeway Holiday Station Store in Pine City.
A Lennox air source heat pump is a high-efficiency air conditioning unit that can also heat your home or business during the spring and fall. It's more economical than heating with propane. Have Dale's Heating and Appliance install your Lennox air source heat pump. Ask Dale's how you can receive up to $1,000 in rebates for your air source heat pump system. And ductless mini splits also qualify for up to $1,000. Visit dalesheatingandappliance.com. Conditions apply. See dealer for details.
Back here on WCMP 106.5 FM, AM 1350. The Dragons trail 2-0 to the Raiders, but I think we're in for a wild third set. The Dragons allowed a 12-0 start from Mille Lacs that last set, but, man, they battled back hard. The Raiders, a very, very good team. But Pine City trying to go win 2 sets in a row to bring it to a 5th and final and maybe get the victory there. So we ready for the second set. Don't forget, over on KBK, Ogilvie hosting Long Prairie Gray Eagle. Andy Beckstrom with the call on that one. Meanwhile, Monday Night Football has the Philadelphia Eagles hosting the Atlanta Falcons. I only pay attention because Kirk Cousins is playing, and I enjoy Kirk Cousins. Not that that means anything to any of you, nor do you care. But hey, just filling some time before we get to first serve here in the third set. Ava Rogers readies with it. And Rogers with the serve. It is up, it's over. Dug up by Mako to Haney. And on the far side, hit over. Dug up by the Raiders, and it will fall on the side of Pine City. That one's just a tough one for Paige Wiener. It did not look like that was getting over. I thought that landed on the side of Mille Lacs. I think so did she. I think there's, oh my goodness, that's no blame to her on that one, because I think everyone in here thought that one was going to go down on the side of Mille Lacs. And that serve is going to go long. So 1-1 to start set number 3. Substitution here, Macy Bablik checks in. And again, oh my goodness, I know her name, but now I can't think of it. Number 13. She's not quite on the roster yet, but I was told her name once, and now I forgot. I write things down and then I forget where I put them. Serve is over, dug up and blocked at the net by the Dragons. Haney will get it back across. Now back is for Bablik, and Taylor Tollefson will look to get this one over. It's in! Taylor Tollefson. What a great hit by Taylor Tollefson. And that was just a little bit of confusion for Jenna Carlson, because that one was in a spot where, man, it did not look like it was going to stay in, but then she goes and practices her dive at it, as it does stay in. Bablik with another serve, 2-1. Strecker will get the dig on the side of Mille Lacs. Now to Carlson in the back row, looking for the kill. Blocked at the net by Paige Wiener. Man, oh man. Good block, but just gets down on the Dragon side. You know, Paige Wiener, only a freshman. Her and Allie Tollefson, the youngest on this roster, and they're going to be the leaders of this team for a long time, as Mariah Reamer hits that one into the net. But those two are going to be really, really good, and I can't wait to see how they develop throughout the next couple of years, because they are definitely going to be leaders in the future. Chloe Jurkowski checks in for Mako as Paige Wiener with the serve. It's over, dug up by Strecker to Ava Rogers. Nick Winabe will push it across, and not sure if Haney was ducking underneath it for Bablik, or she thought that one was going to come up much shorter than it did, or maybe she even slipped. No, yeah, she slipped. There's a wet spot over there she's wiping up. She slipped. So as she was going to that one, it looked more or less like a dive, like she was diving because she thought it was coming up short. But she slipped. She made it look so graceful, it looked like a dive. Serve over by Strecker now. Tollefson with the dig to Haney. Tollefson will look for the kill. I think that's off a block. Yeah. Yep, it was tipped. And that will be Pine City point 4-3. Nice job there by Taylor Tollefson. So again, Haney would have had that one on that far side, but she slipped. Otherwise, that probably would have been Dragon Point. Cadence Wallenberg will set her serve. It's over. Strecker somehow gets underneath it. Dug up by Bablik. Back across the net by the Raiders. Dug up by Wallenberg. And Haney gets it over for the kill. My goodness. Wow. That was crazy. Back over. My goodness. You couldn't have written a better point there. So now the serve for Wallenberg once again. It's over. Dug up by Strecker. Oh, it hits the backboard of the basketball hoop. That basketball, entire shot clock and backboard are up there. And it hits that and comes right down. No chance for the Raiders to get to it. 6-3 for the Dragons. Wallenberg serve into the net. Just got on top of that one a little bit and sent it downward into the net. And now Wallenberg will check out in for her Sophia Jarakovsky. Taylor Haney will ready a substitution, but not yet. She's going to stay in. Not going to do a double sub here. They'll keep Haney in as now Brooklyn Orazum will serve. It's up, and that's going to go long. Morgan Mako just gets out of the way of it. Now, I don't know if hair counts as a part of the body. I mean, I know it does technically, but in a spot like this, if your hair were to touch something like that when it goes out of bounds, would that be considered a touch? That's something I would like to know. Far superior volleyball minds would know better than I. Serve from Tollefson is long, and it makes it 7-5. Addison Roberts will check in for the first time here tonight, the 5'6" junior. And another spot. There's a little... maybe some perspiration again down there. These young ladies are getting after it. There is no doubt that they are giving it their all, as now Jenna Carlson will serve. Dug up by Mako towards the front of the net. Chloe Jurkowski does get it. And then, that was Sophia first, and then Chloe back behind her tried to get it over the net. But, yeah, again, when you get a ball that ricochets or deflects off the net, it is so hard to get another hit on it. But they do a good job to at least get one. Carlson with the serve. It's over, dug up by Mako. On the far side, Haney, and she just gets on top of it a little bit, hits it into the net. It'll tie us at 7 apiece on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Their board-certified orthodontists are committed to providing world-class orthodontic care and friendly comfortable atmosphere. Plus, they'll leave you with a smile you'll embrace, not just for now, not just for the next few years, forever. Find out more at embracemn.com. Serving is Jenna Carlson. It's dug up by the Dragons and hitting it over but out of bounds. That is out of play by the Dragons. A good hit, though. As I think that ball decided to take a little vacation behind the bleachers, but we get it back. Carlson will serve 8-7. Raiders. And conversation down there quick about something, not real sure. I'm not a great lip reader, and my hearing is absolutely terrible. Serve from Carlson is long. She laughs it off, and it will tie us at 8. Paige Wiener in for Chloe Jurkowski. Morgan Mako will serve. Serve is over, dug up by Strecker. To Orazum, and Orazum going to get a double hit call on her. Yeah, Orazum, that one looked a little bit funky from the get-go on the hit. I think she just couldn't really tell which way she wanted to hit it because she was well out of bounds, but you could still hit it out of bounds. But she just wasn't sure which way she wanted to get it back in play. As Mako with the serve, dug up by the Raiders, and looking for the kill. Batiste Gabo blocked at the net initially, but it will fall on the side of Pine City. Getting that hit through the block. And now the Raiders will have the serve as we're tied at 9 apiece. It's Danny Larson. Larson's serve is up and over. Mako with the dig to Sophia. And that hit, just long. Right spot, too much on it. Just a little too much on that one from the Dragon hitter. And it will make it a 10-9 lead for the Raiders. Again, Danny Larson to serve. It's over. Dug up by the Dragons and looking for the kill. And a one-handed hit by Larson. I don't think she was expecting to hit it, but she just threw her hand up. Now dug up by Roberts. And kicked up, and Roberts with the last chance at it, couldn't get to it. Sophia Jurakovsky had only her leg to hold that one up. She kept the play alive. Roberts tried to get that one over the net, but just not enough oomph on that one. And now a serve again for Danny Larson. Her team leads by 2. Dug up by the Dragons. Sophia, and pushed across by Haney. Dug up by Nick Winabe. And Mariah Reamer looks for the kill. Dug up by Sophia. Tamako hit into the net. Man, I thought that one was going to get over, but it's into the net, and it will make it 12-9. And Pine City will take a timeout. They'll take a timeout, regroup, and try and get back because they are well in this third set. Back after work from our fine sponsors.
Kettle River Pizza is a proud supporter of sports teams and community organizations. Local groups and teams across the state have had amazing success with Kettle River Pizza fundraising. From sausage and pepperoni to chicken Alfredo or the hot Hawaiian, the cheesy deliciousness practically sells itself. Visit KettleRiverPizza.com to schedule your next fundraiser. It's so easy to get started. Got a pizza craving now? Pick up a Kettle River Pizza at your local grocery store or convenience store today.
Back at the timeout, called by Pine City, 12-9. The Dragons trail on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Embrace Orthodontics. Your customized smile journey starts with a free consultation. The team at Embrace wants to make your journey as seamless and convenient as possible with custom Light Force braces or Invisalign clear liners. So it's a 3-point deficit for the Dragons, but there's still so many chances for them to get back, tie, retake the lead, and even win this set. So no need to panic. As Danny Larson gets set to serve, and Mako, not a clean enough dig there on that one. It hits the deck. 13-9, and ace it will be for Danny Larson. Larson's serve is over. Dug up by Roberts, and on the far side, Haney looking for a kill. Dug up by Larson. Orazum, Nick Winabe looking for the kill. And oh my goodness, just a beautiful spot for that one by Rihanna Nick Winabe. You can't ask for much better than that. 14-9. Another serve here by Larson. Roberts with the dig, diving at it, and it's out of the reach of Haney. And Taylor Tollefson will check in. She'll come in for Roberts. Both of them juniors. Tollefson will move to the back line as Larson will ready yet another serve. 15-9, and the serve is over. Tollefson gets the dig. And, they're going to call a double hit there on the set. 16-9, and again, Larson with the serve. It's over. Dug up by Tollefson. Tamako. And hit over. Blocked at the net, but it gets through the block. Larson on the far side for Reamer, and it will get over and just down right where no one is for Pine City. Danny Larson readies her serve. 17-9. And the serve is over. Dug up by the Dragons. Sophia, and now hit over. And dug up by Reamer. And that one is hit, and it's hit into the net. And Nick Winabe tries, but that's 4 hits on the Raiders. So 17-10 now. They'll get a point back, will the Dragons. And subbing in is Wallenberg for Sophia Jurakovsky. And back to serve now, Taylor Haney. Haney's serve is over. Dug up by the Raiders, Nick Winabe. And a diving dig, but just not in time as that one is going to get down. They get 18-10. Ava Rogers will check in here for Baptiste Gabot. Rogers readies her serve. It's up, and it is over. Dug up by the Dragons. Pushed over by Haney. Strecker, diving dig, gets it. And now a kill attempt here by Maria Reamer. And somehow it gets over, but a nice job, nice attempt by Morgan Mako. But on the dig, that pushes that one back out of bounds. So Ava Rogers will set. And the serve. It's over. Dug up by Mako. Tollefson and Wallenberg collide. They're okay, and it's hit over by Wiener. Dug up by the Raiders. Erasm looks for the kill. Mako, that one goes into the rafters. Dug up by Tollefson and hit over by Wiener. And backing out of the way, Maria Reamer was out of bounds as she watched that one come towards her, and she realized she was going to go out of bounds, so she just shimmy shuffles backwards, trying not to let it hit her, as it did go out of bounds. Ava Rogers will serve again. Raiders lead 20-10. Dug up by Mako. Haney will tip it across. Diving dig by Ava Rogers, but it will be for naught, and it will be a point for the Dragons. 20-11. They trail. Bablik in for the Dragons, and it looks like Bablik will go back to serve. 20-11. Dragons trail. They only need 9 to get back into this one. Serve is over. Strecker, and that's going to be an ace for Macy Bablik. That's just how you do it. 1 by 1 by 1 by 1. That's how you get it back. And it's now 20-12. Dragons trail by 8. Serve from Bablik is over. Strecker again, and it's an ace. The second ace in a row for Bablik. Strecker, that one got up into her chin. She's okay. So, yeah, she's all right, thankfully. Bablik readies yet another serve, 20-13. The serve this time is dug up cleanly by Strecker. Now on the far side for Maria Reamer, and it's at the net. I think it was hit into the net by the Raiders, and it's 20-14. Well, here we go. Bablik, another serve. This one just out. Oh, man, that's a tough one. That one is just long on the serve from Bablik. They get 21-14, and Aria Mueller will check in for Mariah Reamer. Mueller will serve. It's up and over, dug up by Mako. A lot of hang time, Haney and Tollefson. Oh, and she just missed hit that one. I don't know if she may have slipped or she kind of stumbled after she came down. Looks to be okay, though. On those, you just never want to see a turned ankle. That's what sometimes when the player stumbles like that, it seems to be. But she's okay. A couple substitutions here as Sophia Jurakovsky checks in. Taylor Haney out, and in for her is going to be Brecken Reiser, one of the seniors, a 5'6" senior herself. Sub here for the Raiders in is Rayleigh Shagobe, I hope. Hopefully that's close. Mueller with the serve. Reiser with the dig, and it's just out of the reach of Bablik on that far side near the bleachers. And it's an ace for the Raiders, 23-14. Mueller will serve once again. It's up and over. Dug up by Mako. And Jurakovsky gets it. And Wiener almost. My goodness, what a hustle play there by the Dragons. Nearly got it, but that'll make it match point for the Raiders, 24-14. Mueller, and that one is going to be off of the Tollefson dig. She's upset with herself there. And that will be at 25-14 is the win here in set number 3 by the Mille Lacs Raiders. Tough one here for Pine City, but they battled all night against a very good Mille Lacs team. But it ends with the Raiders getting the victory 3-0 over Pine City. We'll take a commercial break. We'll come back, recap this game, maybe talk to our player of the game as well. You're listening to Volleyball on WCMP.
Getting your vehicle repaired after an accident doesn't have to be stressful. Drop your vehicle at Hones Auto Body and they take care of the stress. From the estimate to easily working with your insurance, Hones will take care of minor dents, collision repair, glass replacement, and mechanical services. iCar and ASE certified technicians will get your vehicle fixed right. For a shop you can trust, for collisions or everyday repairs, bring your vehicle to Hones Auto Body and Glass Mechanical in Mora, or visit online at honesauto.com. That's HOHNS auto.com.
Hey there, neighbors. Matt Winsan, CEO of Burnett Dairy. Farmers are the people that wake up before the sun, who battle the elements, and tend to their crops and herds with a passion that runs deep in their veins. At this time, I would personally like to thank the farmers. From all of us at Burnett Dairy Cooperative to all of our incredible farmers, thank you. Burnett Dairy Cooperative. Real farms, real flavor.
Rush City Auto invites you to come on in and check out their full lot of quality used vehicles. They got a car or truck for any sized budget. Get your next vehicle from a local dealer with a great reputation. Rush City Auto wants to get you into a vehicle that you will love at a price you can afford. For more information, visit them online at rushcityauto.com and make sure you like Rush City Auto on Facebook to stay up to date with their inventory. Rush City Auto, quality used vehicles. rushcityauto.com.
Resetting your password, unsubscribing from emails, printing anything. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your business doesn't have to be one of them, so you can get back to more important things, like learning how that printer works. That's simple human sense.
Contact your local auto owner's agency, Pine Insurance Agency, at pineagency.us today.
Sean here from Burnett Dairy Cooperative. We care about your comfort and safety. Regularly checking your propane gauge is critical, and when it reaches 30%, it's time to give us a call at 715-689-1032 to request a fill. Reliable service from your local cooperative. Burnett Dairy, your trusted propane partner.
If aches and pains are holding you back, Wellia Health is here to assist you. Our sports medicine team is dedicated to getting you back to your passions. With extensive experience and expertise, we specialize in managing concussions, a worry for both young athletes and adults. Whatever the injury, let's get you back in action with an appointment at Wellia Health. Call us today at 320-679-1313 or conveniently schedule through your MyChart account. Visit welliahealth.org for more information.
That's okay. I'll just ask a couple easy questions, nothing too much. There we go. I hold that. Back here on WCMP 106.5 FM, AM 1350. I'm now joined by our player of the game, one of the seniors of this Pine City squad, Cadence Wallenberg. First of all, Cadence, thanks so much for joining me.
Thank you. It's very nice to be here.
Absolutely. And this was a tough one against a very tough conference opponent, but what did your team learn from this game?
Well, I think we definitely learned that confidence really is key. It was kind of shown out here today that we kind of got down on ourselves, but we know that our next game tomorrow against East Central, we're going to come back even stronger and better than ever.
And it seems like this team, each one of you are kind of hard on yourselves a little bit, but it seems like each and every one of you comes together and just does a good job of talking positively to each other and having each other's backs. Would you agree?
Yes, definitely. I would definitely want to shout out our bench too, because they are one of the biggest reasons that we stay positive out on that court, and it's always just finding that person that's always going to make you smile.
Absolutely. And in this one, Mille Lacs here in the second set got off to a 12-0 start. What is one of the more difficult things when a team is on a roll like that for your team to try and get back into it?
I'd say the main thing is just remembering that you are such a great player, and when we get to that 12-0 down run, it's just better to remember that you are a great player and you got to go back to those basic skills that bring you back to that mentality that you're going to rock out there.
Absolutely. You guys did a good job of coming back there in that second set. But you mentioned tomorrow you've got another conference game against East Central. That should be another good one. What are you hoping to get out of that game?
We're hoping to pretty much play better than ever. We're going to work on our defense 1,000%. We're going to work on that tip coverage. And most of all, we're going to work on that confidence with each other. We are going to work on staying positive and getting on those runs when we are the ones that are up 12-0.
Absolutely. Well, thank you again, Cadence Wallenberg, for joining us, our player of the game, and good luck tomorrow.
Thank you so much.
That, again, was Cadence Wallenberg, our player of the game here this evening. Thanks so much to her for joining us, and appreciate her joining us as our post-game continues here. Pine City falls to Mille Lacs 3-0. But again, Mille Lacs a very talented team, but you heard they're going to continue to work on things. They're going to continue to be positive with each other. And I mentioned that before, that this team that's one of the things that they do best, is they're just continuing to be positive with each other. Even when they aren't positive with themselves, they continue just to be positive with each other. And I think that's one of the biggest keys for a team like this, is even when they're down on themselves, even when they're hard on themselves, they look to each other and they look for that positivity from each other, and they get that, and that is one of the biggest keys for this team. And we talked with their head coach, Coach Tollefson, not too long ago, and she mentioned that, this team is just about staying positive, being positive with each other, and that positive mentality, talking to yourself positively as well. And although Pine City did fall here tonight 3-0, you got to remember, Mille Lacs is a very talented team. They bring back a lot. Even though they're a younger team this year, you've got Jenna Carlson, you've got Maria Reamer, Brooklyn Erasm, and Ava Rogers, who have been on this team for many years, and some have been even starting since their 8th grade season. So even though it is more of a younger roster, they still bring a ton of time on that varsity roster, even though they're young. The players that are the veterans on this team have a ton of varsity minutes, valuable varsity minutes as well. So they may be younger, but they are not less talented. And Pine City, they've got, what I mentioned, 4 seniors, I think, 1, 2, 3, 4. And those seniors, it's one thing that I've been impressed with is just their ability to stay positive. Sometimes it can be hard, certainly. We heard our player of the game, Cadence Wallenberg, come in here, and she just talked about how they just have to remember that they are good players. They are great players. They're going to get back to that. They're going to get back and be better the very next night. And for Pine City, maybe it's a good thing to turn around so quickly. Turn around, have another conference game tomorrow night. That way, this one, you don't get to think about it too long. You turn around, turn your attention. You get maybe 10, a couple hours to think about this one. And then your attention turns to East Central, and then you got to focus on East Central. East Central, no slouch of a team either, though. So I think tomorrow's game, Pine City and East Central, will be a great one. That will be a lot of talent out there on the court and a lot of action, as those two will battle all throughout the night tomorrow night in the Great River Conference up there in Finlayson at East Central High School, as that will be a good one. But the final here in this one, the Mille Lacs Raiders beat the Pine City Dragons 3-0. First set, it was pretty much all Pine City throughout the first half of it. Then it was Mille Lacs who kind of took over. Second set, it was a 12-0 start for Mille Lacs. You heard Wallenberg, tough to overcome, but they just got to get back to that mentality of, we're great, and we're going to get back there. One by one, I mentioned, 1 point at a time. And then set 3, it was back and forth until late. Mille Lacs just kind of started to pull away bit by bit until they overcame with a 25-14 set win. So for the Dragons, as you heard, it's off to East Central tomorrow night, and I'm excited to see what that one looks like, because I'm telling you, that is going to be a great game between those two teams. It's going to be a lot of fun. For the Mille Lacs Raiders, the Onamia Isle Co-op, they will play again on Thursday. They'll play at Spectrum on Thursday. So that is the next upcoming games here for both of these teams. For me, I'm Ethan Game Day Gillen. Thanks so much for tuning in. Don't forget, if you're watching this on our YouTube, be sure to like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Hit that red subscribe button. That way you're notified every time we go live with a local sporting event, and all you'll have to do is click on the notification. It will bring you right to the live video. Also want to thank all of our fine sponsors who sponsor this and every other broadcast that we do. Appreciate them. Also want to thank you for tuning in. And if it weren't for you, well, then I don't have a job to do. So I appreciate you all tuning in to this game. Again, the final on that Embrace Orthodontic scoreboard, Pine City falls to Mille Lacs 3-0. Make sure to stay tuned to our morning shows on 95.5 FM KBK with Rock and Robin Riley at 7:30 and 8:30. Then over on 100.9 FM with Josh O'Meara on at 7:45 and 8:45 for your local sports updates. We'll talk this game and all the other games going on in our local listening area, plus some regional and national sports as well. Don't forget to stay tuned to our websites for both stations and our social media, our Facebooks for both stations and our Twitter at WCMP Radio. For all things local sports, we'll talk coaches being hired, coaches retiring, players signing their LOIs, broken records, player news, coaches news, interviews as well. Stay tuned for all that. Plus, our broadcast schedule is up on both our websites at the sports tab, and click on broadcast schedule. That's where you can find the broadcast schedule of the games that we'll be doing for the upcoming week. It will have the links all there, and then you can go and click on the game you want to watch. Again, the final here on that Embrace Orthodontic scoreboard, the Raiders beat the Dragons 3-0. That'll do it for me here. I'm Ethan Game Day Gilman. Thanks so much for tuning in. Have a great rest of your night. Have a great rest of your night.